All right, so we are going to look at the planer next. We're going to look at what a planer does and see exactly what kind of job it's going to do. So we're going to take a plank like this. Now this one is primed in white. When we get finished with it, one reason why I wanted to use it is because you can see exactly how it takes material off. I'm a big believer because I like to make the tools last a little bit longer, so I'm going to spend an extra few minutes and make extra passes. So instead of really digging in and trying to take a whole 13 or 32nd or a 16th of an inch off at one time, I'm going to I take about a 64th at a time. 32nd is the max. Even on something soft like pine, I tend to take several passes. The other reason for that is these have knots in them. So it's going to catch a knot, and knots are harder than the rest of the wood. So it's going to recognize that it's different. They also move, so it's going to pop it out, and you'll hear it on the machine. With this particular planer right here, we're looking at a powerful engine, powerful machine. It also shoots out shavings, which really come out in like long or thin shavings. It will send them all the way across the room. So I have it hooked up to a vacuum. I turn the vacuum on as I turn the machine on. There's several settings on this. I have it set to where really all we have to do is adjust the up and down. So I'm going to come up, and I will see what it wants to take off here. I'm going to come down to 1/32. It's got a gauge right here that'll tell me that. I'm going to turn the vacuum on first, then turn the planer on. I ran it through twice at the same height just to give you an idea. So first pass, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It took it down to the bare wood. So if you notice, it is not white on this side anymore. It also handled that knot pretty well, didn't loosen it to where it comes out. So I'm actually pretty happy with this pass. Probably won't run it through again. I did run it through the other side so you can see how it works. So if you can see that, it hits the high spots. So as this wood is made and it expands and contracts, it's going to raise. So these grains are going to raise up and down. This one happened to have a little bit of a high spot here and a little bit right in there. So as it goes through, it's not going to change. So this is not sitting on top of the wood and operating on it. It doesn't float. What it does is it has this one thing where it's set. It's going to cut it. It's going to make this board this thick. So that's not going to move. What moves is that board inside of it. So if the board is cupped, it is going to take off the high spots here, but it's not going to do anything in the middle because, again, it's cupped. It's trying to get it to this specific thickness, this saves a ton of sanding. So if I was going to sand this down to bare wood, that would have taken me a ton of time on the belt sander or orbital sander sitting there trying to do it, or even worse, trying to sand it by hand. So planer does save you a lot of time there. Again, it's for material thickness.